Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here, great for recovering alcoholic and addict, just like every day, guys. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe, leave the video a like, and drop me a comment, and by all means, share it with somebody who might get something out of it. Other than that, guys, happy Friday. So Friday afternoon, that means my AA home group. Anybody watching, what's up, everybody? Yeah, guys, I say this literally every week, and I want to continue to. If you're in recovery, find yourself a group, particularly get a home group, somewhere you can become part of the community. This has literally become my family. It's my favorite hour of the week. I laugh, I smile, I hear amazing things. And you know what's really cool is I've been coming around long enough now, I'm starting to see people that have come in after me get their stuff together, and really just seeing the clarity and seeing somebody else get hold of the spark that I have is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life, and I absolutely love it, and I'm incredibly grateful for it. Guys, today the reading is going to be, again, just for today, NA meditation. It's titled Responsible Recovery. Can't say that fast. Responsible Recovery. We accept responsibility for our problems and see that we are equally responsible for our solutions. Some of us, well accustomed to leaving our personal responsibilities to others, may attempt the same behavior in recovery, only to quickly find out that it does not work. For instance, say we are considering making a change in life. Often in early recovery, we may ask others for what we should do, and that's perfectly fine as long as we are not making them responsible for the outcome of our decisions. At the end of the day, accountability falls on us, guys, and that's not a curse. That is a blessing, because it gives you the opportunity to build your life second to none. Sorry, I'm just throwing that in and make it back to where it was. So, as long as we're not making them responsible for the outcome of our decision. Likewise, in addiction, we would use people to do so many things for us. In recovery, we try to learn to do things for ourselves. And it's a big part of progressing in life. The reward for learning to do things is feeling we can be responsible for people. We can be responsible people in society, and we are given more. We are given more resources to be responsible with. Sorry, guys, tripping over my words here. Recovery is something that must be worked for. It isn't going to be handed to us on a silver platter. Nor can we expect our friends or family to do it for us. We must do the work for ourselves. We recover by making our own decisions and doing our own work. By doing so, we receive the rewards of work well done. Just for today, I will accept responsibility for my life and my recovery. And guys, it's a beautiful thing, right? And it's funny, early on, it seems so overwhelming because, we're also concerned with the wreckage of our past. What we don't understand, as soon as you stop creating the mess, it goes away. Things start getting better the minute. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes in very early sobriety, things can be very overwhelming, and some of us, every one of us has a different story. So we all have a different cross to bear. But regardless, for most of us, we find things start to get better and better very, very quickly. For me, amazing. Somebody else remarked again today, and I love hearing these things, guys. Somebody at the meeting told me today that they love how the fact they were convinced that I was so happy early on that I must be on a pink cloud, and they were waiting to see it burst. And they remarked how amazing it is to see how happy I continue to choose to be on a regular basis, and asked me to keep it up, and said they're proud of me for it. And I'm like, that's a beautiful thing. And so it's also something I've come to understand about myself, is I'm fortunate that I'm a very positive person, but it all has to do with personal decisions that I've made. I got the opportunity to meet a friend, Steven. Steven, if you're watching, how you doing, buddy? He's very early on, and he's got a lot to deal with right now. And it was very nice that I got this. And first of all, somebody else asked me if I would go up and share some advice and just listen and spend some time with them. First of all, I was honored to be in that position. The fact that people look to me as somebody that they can send other people for guidance is that's such an honor to me today. It means the absolute world to me, and I love that people see me that way. And I've worked hard to get there, and I will honor that by always being more than happy to help. I was so happy to give Steven my number. We chatted a little bit, and I actually took 10 to 15 minutes after the meeting just to kind of give him some of the groundwork that I've been doing to get me over the stuff because I dealt with the same stuff he's dealing with early on. And I know he can pull through it. So Steve, don't give up, man. No, anybody out there, don't give up. It always gets better. So long as you're willing to do the work, take accountability, and start making changes. That's the biggest thing, guys. And particularly early on, like we want to sit there and just, kind of white knuckle it and ride it out. And if that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. Because it will get better. I'm not telling you it's gonna be easy. It might be tough depending on where you're at. It's gonna be a struggle, but you will get through it. If so long as you don't pick up, you're gonna get through it, and things eventually are gonna start to change. Biggest thing, like I said to him today, I said the biggest thing is start looking at yourself in a better light. And again, if you have a whole bunch of momentum that's dragging you down, the best thing you can do at that point is just go neutral and just stop feeding into it and try and slowly arrest that momentum. Take a few minutes every morning just to clear your head and pray and meditate so you're not waking up with that overwhelming feeling of the walls caving in on you. And then start from that position. And if you do that over the course of a week or 2 weeks, you're going to start to feel a little bit better. And then you step up and take another step, guys. Whatever it takes. That's why we say keep it to 1 day. And if that's too long, keep it to 1 hour. And if that's too long, keep it to 1 minute. And if that's too long, hold on for 1 second. And then the next. And then the next. And then the next. Whatever it takes. It's worth it in the end. Like and it's so hard for me to even say that because, like, worth it. Are you kidding me? Like, my life is glorious today, guys. I've been given the proper, I don't know, just everything that I was able to put together. Because, guys, I suffered all these things. I was the most hopeless, degenerate. Did not ever think I would be in the position that I'm in today. And guys, here we are, 7 months. Say, and we don't get a trip from, in my group, we do 6, and then 9 months is my next trip. But, so I don't have a trip to show you today, but I do have 7 months of continuous sobriety, today being the 8th of the month. And that is amazing to me, guys. And I'm going to continue to count them, and I'm going to continue to celebrate them, because you got to celebrate your wins. This is huge. This is longer than I've ever been sober on my own in my entire adult life, and that's amazing to me, right? And my life is better today than it's ever been. I mean, I am, and here's, we did a reading today, and we're going to tell you, it kind of feeds right into it. It's, let me think, I lost my train of thought there, about taking it easy, and it's one thing I had to question myself on. That's the beauty of it, guys. Like, I don't have all the answers. I listen to the readings, and I just try and see where I feel about it, where I'm at, and it's a good way to gauge where you're at. And I love my life, and I'm by no means perfect. But I'm looking at it and I'm like, you know what? I feel like I'm taking it easy because I give myself time to rest. I give myself grace. I don't expect perfection of myself. When I make a mistake, I'm easy on myself. I don't dwell on it. My detachment game is very strong, and it's a big part of why I'm able to put things behind me and move forward. And that's, hugely important. And I understand that not everybody has that ability, but it's something you need to work on. And that's why we do these things. That's why we talk about these things every day, so you can identify areas where you're strong and you can lean on those, and you can identify areas where you need work and you can ask for help, and you can share and talk about those things, because that's how we get over them, guys. And I'm hoping I hear more from Stephen, because I think I know he's kind of in a mental prison right now, and I've been there. I know how that is, and I honestly believe I can help him, find his way out of there. At the end of the day, only he can do it, but I can certainly guide him, and I'll guide anybody. And I love that today, guys. Like that, I felt so full of meaning when I left there today, and I felt honored that he was willing to hear me out, and I feel honored that somebody's willing to look up to me and want to hear what I have to say, because they see that I've applied it in my life, and it's working incredibly well. I know very few people, and I don't like saying it because I'm not a cocky, I'm a very humble person, but the totality is what it is. Like, I've managed to completely and utterly change the trajectory of my life, my situation, every aspect of my life in a very short period of time, by just following these principles that we talk about every day, applying them and taking action and doing so unfalteringly. I was very, I as bad as my life was, I consider it a gift for getting that bad, because it finally gave me the overwhelming desire that I could not go on anymore, and I cannot go back and do that again. I know I physically can, but no, I won't. And here's the thing: now that I've been given a taste of this beautiful, just life on life's terms is the most amazing thing today. But so the reading was talking about taking it easy, and I'm like, you know what? I'm running my business. I'm running Doug's business for him. I'm getting busier and busier. I'm opening up now. I'm getting to AC work and tile work, and like, I wear a lot of hats. I do a lot of things, but at the same time, I'm working less hours than I ever have. I'm dealing with like it's things in a more balanced way, and I think it's because, well, I know it's because I've been given mental clarity. Like my mind is running on all 8 cylinders again, as opposed to being taxed by the drugs and just the fogginess and the inability to think straight. And today I can look 3, 4, 5 steps ahead, so therefore I can kind of manage. You know what I mean? Like, and that's one thing I was never. As good as I am at so many things, in active addiction, I was not a manager. I could not manage anything because I couldn't manage myself. I couldn't manage my own day. Never mind. Now I'm running my company, my buddy's multi-million-dollar real estate operation. I'm managing 30 apartments. The warranty and all the condos that we sell, picking up new customers, running my garage. And I'm able to do so happily and say, and still have time to go to the gym every day and make all my appointments and come with my therapist and meet with my advisor, make videos for her to produce, make videos here on YouTube, and it is shocking to me. And the thing, I had to question myself when they talked about, and I had to question myself honestly. And I just, spoke about it at the meeting, like, am I taking on too much? And I'm like, no, I don't think I am, because you know what? I feel good. I'm making time for myself. I get time to go to the cave, and I know anytime something comes up, I make time. And that's what it is, guys. I make time for myself. I make decisions on what I need. If I feel like I haven't got enough sleep, I sleep in. I'll take a morning off and stay in bed. So I'm enjoying. And that's literally the overwhelming decision I come up with. You know what? I guess I'm not, because I've never been so happy. I've never enjoyed my life so much. I've never been so happy with who I am. And I guess that's my answer right there. So I'm not taking on too much. What I am is I'm starting to live up to my potential. For years and years and years, that's something I never understood. Everybody's like, man, you have so much potential. It's a shame you're wasting it. And I never really knew what they meant. But now today I'm starting to understand that. Because I'm able to see what I'm able to do in a day, which is, and I'm sorry, I don't like saying, because I don't like coming off cocky. But I do the work of 10 men on any given day, and I literally, most people focus on one aspect of a job. I'm construction, I'm carpentry, I'm finished carpentry, I'm plumbing, I'm heating, I'm automotive, I'm electrical, I'm siding, I'm roofing, I'm water leaks, I'm drywall, I'm plasterer, painter. And these are, and I'm like, that's not what, no, this is literally the things that I've done this week. Never mind auto and truck mechanic, bobcat mechanic. And I don't have a problem with that. So I guess I see that now. So now I'm starting to live up to my potential. And that literally just came to me as I'm making this video, which so often it does. Another bonus of doing these things, guys. It's about paying attention to your life and looking at the things that you're doing and coming up with new conclusions. And I guess that is the new, my new slogan of the month is I'm finally starting to see what everybody meant when they used to tell me that I had so much potential. It was a shame I was wasting it. Today I'm not wasting it, and that's the thing. I am, so maybe I'm not taking it easy as easy as I could, but I'm not taxing myself overly to the point that I'm unhappy or I'm stressed. I'm just finding out where my comfort zone is, and I'm incredibly, I guess I step out of my comfort zone constantly because that's where blessings come in, but I'm finding a pace that I can keep up comfortably. And then I do, on occasion, I do, bite off more than I can chew. And when I do, I will handle my responsibilities. If I've made if I've made myself responsible for getting something done, I will see it through, and I'll take that information and say, okay, well, next time that comes up, I know that was too much. I won't do that again. And I'm finding the pace at which I'm comfortable doing things, and I'm starting to live up to my potential. And I think that just made me feel really good. That's not something I've ever been able to say. That's something new, and that's the thing, guys. You'll hear I say these things all the time, and I hope to God they don't come off as cocky. I hope you understand that it's just an adult man finally living right and doing all the things that these are the things that eluded me and made me feel terrible about who I am, and this is why I feel good about who I am today. And it's only getting better, and that's the beauty of it, guys. At no point have I said, okay, I made it. I'm here. No, I understand. This is just the beginning of a beautiful ascension into adulthood, into positivity, into being a responsible member of my community, and into being a financially stable, happy, person with options. I've got a clean slate in front of me, and that's the most beautiful thing. And that's something that I realized very early on. I came through, and that's, I mean, that's, it's tough because it means I had to lose everything I ever had and that ever mattered to me, but I didn't lose me. And that's the beautiful thing, because I thought many times I had, and now I've been given my health back. I've been given my strength back. I've been given all the relationships and all the people willing to collaborate and back me. And now I'm being given opportunities left and right. And it's just absolutely amazing, which is why I signed up for Project Bread to go donate. And it's why I offer my phone number. And I sign up for everything offered or anybody asks for at an AA or an NA meeting. Because these are the people that I love to give back to. These people have given me so much. I've learned everything I've learned directly from other people in the fellowship, and I literally owe them everything I have. I owe my higher power, who's given me the opportunity to find myself in this life, everything I have. And it's not about what I have monetarily or what I have physically, because I'm just starting to put stuff together and I'm saving to do things, but it's what I have. It's what I have, and that's everything. It's absolutely beautiful, guys, and every one of you can do this. This is not something that's a me thing. This is an us thing. That's why we go on there and we share these lessons with each other, and we share our struggles, we share our solutions. Because at the end of the day, every one of us is responsible for our problems, and we're also responsible for coming up with a solution for our problems. But when we do these things in a community setting, we're given the fast track, and we're given solutions, we're given answers that we can then apply to our own accountability, which is a beautiful thing. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Happy Friday to anybody from the group. Thank you so much. Love you all. But to everybody watching, always remember, God loves you. I love you. I truly, truly do. I'm so incredibly grateful. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment. Please leave the video a like, and we'll see you in the next one.